I'm gonna do something that I've never done before because it's terrifying. I have stayed away from making comments about controversial things, probably hiding out of fear, but I've been stewing on this for the last few days and I just can't get away from it and just have to say something, knowing that I could get a lot of hate over this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to talk about what happened at halftime at the Super Bowl last weekend. I am not a football fan, but I do love halftime shows. That's where the theater, music, artist in me comes out, and I just love seeing the creativity, the dance, the singing, the music, all of it coming together. I love it. You know, call me when halftime starts, call me when halftime starts. So I was there in a room with my husband, a dear 90-year-old man, and a few of our Latino staff members. And so excited about these two powerful, amazing women that were about to take the stage. I couldn't stop thinking about the opportunity that they were going to have in the midst of this heightened awareness of women as sexual objects who are being taken advantage of, and many other things. The whole Me Too movement, a movie had just come out about all of this. Really, all of us have been so keenly aware of what's going on and the women's fight to not be viewed as sexual objects, but the fight for equality. I honestly was so excited to see what these women would do as they took the stage in front of millions in this time, and hopefully we're going to give a message that was empowering to their sisters. Oh my gosh. I honestly could not believe what I was seeing, and my heart was so torn because I love Latin music. I love women. I love dance. I love women power. I live in a Latin country. I love Latinos. But I sat so uncomfortable watching a display like that was so completely disappointing for me as a woman. I'm not here to hate on J-Lo and Shakira. I'm not here to give a hate message. I'm here to give a sister message because I love you, sisters. I love those two sisters. I want to be the older sister that's saying, what are you thinking? At first I was trying to excuse it, like, okay, I am older, maybe she's not really trying to be a goddess and hold up her sexuality as the thing that gives her power and strength. Maybe not. But if I had any doubts at all, those very well choreographed camera shots up the legs, focused on what you were making your PowerPoint, told me what this was supposed to be. It wasn't a mistake. And if I had any doubts at all, then that awkward climb up the pole solidified that this was meant to be one message and one message only. And that is what gives us our power, and what gives us power over men, and what gives us power and strength as goddesses of the world is our sexuality. J-Lo, no! And as the group was awkwardly sitting around, wanting so desperately to enjoy this, the conversation turned to, oh, think of how old these women are, and look what they can do with their bodies, and wow, isn't it impressive? And inside I'm thinking, think about how old these women are and what they're doing with their bodies, and this is not impressive. And I kid you not, out of my husband's mouth came, wow, I think she has a daughter. That's like somebody's mother. Like, I wonder what the daughter thinks of this, or if she's even seeing this. Boom, on the screen comes her daughter. My heart was already sick. Now I'm like, what? and a stage filled with young girls. So now this is not even just a purposeful thing for adults to show you where our power lies, but now we're saying, and girls, this is where your power lies. Yes, let's take the stage. J-Lo and Shakira, no! Let me just lovingly say, as if they were sitting right here today, not a slam, not a hate factor, not a I'm so much better than you are, but let me just say, as an older woman, what are you doing? Have you really thought this through? Did you think it through? Look at the opportunity you took to say something that women have been trying to say for centuries, and wadded it up into one thing and said, no, everybody's right. Our only power comes from our sexuality, because that is the only place that we can be more powerful than men. Haven't you read the statistics about what is going on during Super Bowls that so many of your sisters are trying to speak up against? Just go look it up and look at the stats of what happens with human trafficking, what happens with pornography, what happens with young girls and women being taken advantage of during the Super Bowl. So not only are we not going to stand up against that, but we are going to perpetuate it by giving a sex show. Oh! If J-Lo and if Shakira were right here in front of me, I'd give huge hugs. I love you, ladies. I love you. But whoa, as an older sister, I want to say, what are you doing? Stop and think. You can't have both. You can't. There's a big movement going on trying to bring awareness to what's going on as women are being taken advantage of because they are viewed as sexual beings only. Use your platform, use your fame, use your popularity to bring dignity to women, to show our daughters that it isn't all about that, to show a kind of strength that doesn't want to be worshipped as a sex goddess, but the kind of strength that stands in the middle of that and dares to be different, dares to show our brilliance, dares to show our compassion, dares to show that we will stand up against what the world is telling us is all that we're useful for. So this isn't an opportunity to rant and rave and criticize and on, okay? But it is an opportunity for the rest of us to stand up and say, nope, no, nope. An opportunity for the rest of us to, in love, say, it stops here. So don't go around slamming J-Lo and slamming Shakira and slamming the Super Bowl, okay? Let's not do that. But let us stand up and say, with passion and with grace, that is not who we are as women. That is not who I want to be as a mom. That is not who I want to be as grandma. That is not who I want to be as a single person. That is not who I want to be. And that is not what I want to bring to the sisterhood. And that is not what I want to put before the brotherhood. So now we know why there's so many opinions, mostly from men, that women may scream and say, help, help, help. But they also use their power, their sexual power, to try to lord over men. So what's my point? My point is, be brave. Stand up in the middle of what's going on around us. Stand up, and with love, with compassion and passion and gentleness, let's be the women that say, no. Even though it seems that the popular vote is different than yours, even though you're going to be called a prude, Even though they're going to say you're too sensitive, even though they're going to say you're hateful, make sure that you're not. Even though men and women are going to argue it with you, let's stand up peacefully, can we? And say, nope, we're not a part of that. We are going to defend women and children that are taken advantage of. We are not pushing a sex goddess agenda for ourselves. Standing up against what is not good for us or our daughters or our husbands or our sons or our brothers. So what is my point in all of this? My point is I want to say something. And I hope you'll say something in kindness and in love, but in shock and in horror at the same time. That we're modeling to everyone around us that this is not acceptable. Well, it's a truth booth, and